What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Career Mode with Wrexham. This is episode number 4, and before we get into the episode, I just want to say a quick thank you. The love and support the series you guys have been showing on this series in its early stages has been absolutely phenomenal. I'm very, very grateful, and for all of the feedback you guys give as well, the comments, stuff like that as well. I take it all on board, and I really appreciate any sort of feedback. So thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I know I'm really enjoying recording it, getting it out to you guys. So yeah, let's just wanted to say a big thank you, and also thank you. We hit 300 subs as well, so big up yourselves. Next goal, 400 subs. Let's hope we can hit that soon. But yeah, let's crack on with the episode. Decent start with life in League Two with Wrexham. 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats. The last result obviously being a draw with Crawley. We head into this episode kicking off our second round EFL Cup game against Rotherham. In the first round, we knocked out Cambridge, who were bottom of League One. We now face Rotherham, who are bottom of the Championship. So facing higher opposition, but teams that are not in form right now. So we'll see how Rotherham fare as a challenge. We are at home, but we make 11 changes to the side that did draw with Crawley in the last game of the last episode. You know that we rotate massively when it comes to this cup competition. It's not my priority. The league is my priority. And yeah, we'll see what Rotherham have. Obviously, a couple of episodes ago, we sold Jordan Davis to them. He isn't in the squad, unfortunately. He didn't have a return to the racecourse. But his side wouldn't miss him that much, as Onyedinma would give the visitors, a deserved lead. They had been all over us in the early stages, and they led this one 1-0 before Bickerstaff had a really good chance here to level us, bring us level pegging. Mendy found him. His first touch was a bit heavy, which meant he had to stretch for it. Couldn't get onto it properly, and the keeper is forced into a good save. Before, as we go into the second half now, just nearly 10 minutes in, and Jones, again with another opportunity. We're passing up these opportunities. They haven't come too frequently in this game. He drags it. He fires his shot just wide of the post before the visitors would punish us. A few minutes later, they doubled their lead, and this is looking like a real mountain to climb now. Nombe? I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that one. He gives Rotherham a 2-0 lead, and to be honest, I didn't show the replay here, but that goal actually really frustrated me because the winger went to the byline. I was shimmying him and jockeying him for as long as I could, but Nom was just stood in the box free, and I think it was Jones was stood behind him, just stood there looking at him, not doing anything. And it's like, what? I don't know what more I can do. I can't control him and the player jockeying the winger as well. It's a very frustrating one when I saw that one back on the replay. But nevertheless, Rotherham were much the better side, and it's not the end of the world that we're out of this competition. You know, we can focus on bigger fish now, as Bickerstaff comes to us and says, "Look, I'm sorry that I let you down, boss." And to be honest, he wasn't great, but I think it's just more emphasis that we need to improve the depth in this club. And well, speaking of improving the depth, we look to make our second signing of the window. We brought in Stephen Davis, the veteran, in the last episode, and now we're going to go to the absolute other end of the spectrum, and we're going to bring in someone who's in the early stages of their career. Carlos Baleba, a 19-year-old who looks to have a lot about him. I really like the look of this midfielder. He was brought in the summer to Brighton from Lille as he helped his side finish 5th in Ligue 1 last season. And to be honest, from the early stages of what I've seen from Baleba, it looks like the Brighton of recruitment have done it again. Like, I don't know how they keep finding these gems. I guess Baleba was a little bit more known than some of the other players they've signed, but still, fair play to Brighton's recruitment. They are incredibly on it in terms of bringing in young talent. And yeah, Carlos looks like a brilliant midfielder, and I don't think he's going to get much game time this season, so we went in for a year loan offer for the Cameroon midfielder, and De Zerbi accepts it. We also split his £14,000 wages 50-50, so we haven't taken on too much there, but I think Baleba is going to be a great addition to what is an ageing midfield actually that we have. So yeah, excited to see Carlos in action. And we actually decided to give him his debut straight into the lineup as we face Crewe in the second game of the episode, first league game of the episode. Crewe sat on 5 points, 1 win, 2 draws and 4 defeats already for the side. So hopefully we can take advantage here at the racecourse. Well, Stephen Fletcher back in the side today. He would burst into the box, but his shot was blocked. 18 minutes on the clock though. We're still pressing the issue here. And Baleba, wow. What an introduction to life at Wrexham. He may only be here for a year, but if he's going to put in worldies like that, I am here for it. We didn't bring him in for his goal scoring, but that is an absolute rocket from the Brighton loanee, and he gives us an early 1-0 lead. And 25 minutes on, we're still pushing on, and Mullin finds Baleba again, and Carlos, wow, this guy's a star. 25 minutes on the clock, and the midfielder has 2 goals from 2 shots, and we lead 2-0. What a way to stamp a mark into your Wrexham career. Carlos Baleba, welcome to League 2. 33 minutes in, and the visitors thought they had brought themselves to back within 1, but the linesman flag was up. And then on the stroke of half-time, an unfortunate tackle there leads to the Crew striker getting a shot on goal, but Okonkwo forced into a really good save, and then he collects the rebound as we head into the break. 2-0 up. Good response this to going out in the cup in midweek. Carlos Baleba, yeah, damn right, he's been a handful for those defenders. Great impact from the midfielder. 20 minutes into the second half, there wasn't much going on. Crew were pushing without creating too much. We weren't really trying to get that third goal, and maybe we would be made to regret that as Crew do half the deficit. Their striker taking the ball in with a beautiful first touch on the turn, and then he fires it past Okonkwo. And then James McLean gives away a silly free kick. I actually didn't think that was a free kick. It was quite soft. We then make a triple substitution before the set piece is taken. McLean coming off, Mendy coming on as one of those subs. The set piece is swung in on. Oh no. The Crew have equalised. And it's 2-2. What's that old saying? If you're defending a set piece, don't make changes. There was naive of me. I made a triple substitution and Crew equalised. Maybe there was a bit of disorganisation with the new boys coming on. And all of a sudden, Okonkwo's having to be called into action to stop Crew getting a third. It's still bobbling around. The keeper gets his hands onto the ball eventually, and the Arsenal loanee stops us from potentially losing this game. But now, can we win it with the last kick of the game? Paul Mullin! Oh no. I thought that was it. I thought he'd won it. What a topsy-turvy game. The referee eventually blows his whistle. With practically the last kick of the game, Mullin could have won it. We also could have lost it, but Okonkwo came up with a few good saves. Definitely 2 points dropped though, playing a side who have lost 4 of their opening 7. We were 2-0 up at half-time. Baleba on his debut grabbing a brace. Great debut delight for him, but unfortunately we can't see the win through. And yeah, that's frustrating. That is back-to-back draws now in the league. 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats. Still only 2 defeats in the first 6, but 2 wins is not good enough. As our scout Alwie Chambers says, he's found everything he can in Ireland, so we send him up to Scotland. Want to try and keep it local with the scouts, as we are on the transfer deadline day for August. Not much business coming in or out of Wrexham. Spanish side came in for a late bid of Aaron Hayden, but felt like it was too late in the day to replace him, and also it wasn't a realistic transfer, and you know that we try and keep these transfers realistic. So the transfer window did clock over, and we are into September now. Just 2 signings we made, Stephen Davis from the free agency market and Carlos Baleba. I'm just quite happy with the squad as it is. We maybe need a little bit more depth, but I need to play with this team a bit more to see where we need to improve. So maybe in January we'll dip our toes into the market. But as we are into a new month, we would get a good new scouting report, and not much to write home about from Canada or America, but Wales. Wow. Bryn Lloyd, the goalkeeper, looks like an absolute... he could be a really, really good goalkeeper for the future. 46 to 60 overall, with a good potential as well. We sign him up into the youth academy. And then Dylan Matthews. Wow. We thought Bryn was good. Look at this guy. 16 years old. He's already worth 1.9 million. Oh my words. And as we see here, he is 64 rated, left-footed playmaker from the back. Good pace, good defending, good physical. I was considering turning him into a CDM, but I think him being a ball-playing centre-back with good pace as well, he could really be a good sweeper, despite him being 5'10", which, you know, might be a bit short for centre-backs, although, you know, my short kings, I see you. I just don't think a CDM role would suit him, so I'm happy to have him as a centre-back. But this kid, Dylan Matthews, 64 rated already at 16 years old. I think he's going to be a star. left-footed as well. We put him on the plan to for him to become a sweeper. Yeah, I promote him and Lloyd to the senior squad. Lloyd will put up for a loan. We'll send the keeper out on loan. We'll keep Matthews in the squad. And Matthews is actually involved in this next game. He's in the matchday squad on the bench today as we face Wimbledon, the side with 9 points, 3 wins, 3 defeats, yet to draw a game. We're 1 point behind them. And Wimbledon would take an early lead. A good finish from Lee Brown. That was his first goal of the season. We did make a slight change as well to our system. The 3 in midfield, we replace Evans with Stephen Davis, and we push him up ever so slightly. So it's a flat 3 rather than 1 holding. I felt like with the 3 defenders, I think that midfield 3 could actually be really influential of Lee, Davis and Baleba. Although going into this game, though, they weren't that influential. Wimbledon would have a 1-0 lead going into the second half, and it would be the Dons who would be pushing for that second goal. We weren't playing necessarily bad in this game, but Wimbledon were just playing better. They was as simple as that, and as you can see here, they would double their lead with 62 minutes on the clock, and it's looking like it's going to be a defeat for Wrexham. Can Wimbledon make it 3 here and really put the game to bed? No, they can't. The Arsenal loanee with a smart save down to his left, just about keeping us in this game. Corner swung in, headed out, and now can we break? Paul Mullin running the channels, plays it into Baleba, who finds Fletcher. He's got Lee in the middle. He finds Elliot Lee. Wimbledon could have been 3-0 up and cruising. It is now 2-1, and we are in this game. Elliot Lee's 4th goal in 6 league games as well. He's been on fire. We make a slight change to the formation. Evans is on for Davis. He is holding, allowing Lee and Baleba to push a bit forwards and go for this draw now. Good finish from Lee. Fletcher with an assist. And all of a sudden we are in this game. 12 minutes to go. Can we snatch a draw? Forward into Lee, into Fletcher. Baleba's there! Oh my word, this kid is special. 3 goals in 2 games for Carlos Baleba, and he sends the away fans into hysterics. Wimbledon are silent. We've come back from 2-0 down. We've scored twice in 7 minutes. Stephen Fletcher's got 2 assists in 7 minutes. And we are drawing 2-2 with Wimbledon. I feel like we were in this game, although didn't create too many chances. And even when we're 2-0 down, I didn't feel like we were out of it. And my word, what a comeback. What a sign of character. And it is a draw, ultimately. You know, potentially another 2 points dropped. But when you're 2-0 down with 15 minutes to go, it's definitely a point gained. And you compare that draw to the 2-2 draw against Crewe in the last game. Complete polar opposite. Crewe were 2-0 up at home, half-time, cruising. We drew 2-2. We could have won it at the end as well, so definitely 2 points dropped there. But Wimbledon, away from home, 2-0 down, 15 minutes to go. The boys show character. And Carlos Baleba, what a man he's been already. 3 goals in 2 games for the Brighton loanee. And there's 3 draws in a row in the league. But we're looking all right. 2 defeats from the opening 7 is not bad at all. As we agree a loan deal here for Bryn Lloyd, our goalkeeper who we just promoted from the youth academy. He will be going to Forest Green Rovers, who you can see are 17th. I think they're just below us in the league. So he'll go out there, 6-month loan deal, get some game time, hopefully, and come back a couple ratings higher. That goalie position is absolutely up for grabs. You know, Okonkwo is on loan from Arsenal, and the other goalkeepers I just don't think are great options as a long-term number 1. So Bryn Lloyd, go to Forest Green, get a good season of games under your belt, come back a better goalkeeper, and who knows, perhaps that number 1 spot could be yours next season. Well, that will be it for today's episode. Episode 4, it was a dramatic one. Comebacks, giving up leads. It had it all. Carlos Baleba, what a signing he's proven to be already. But we're sat in 15th in the league. Not too bad, but we definitely need to get some results on the board soon. But that'll be it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like on the video, and I'll catch you in episode 5 very soon.